This is an enemy. This right here, this is an enemy in the Combined Arms mission that I was playing. This guy that seems totally unaware of me standing next to him. This gives you an idea of what kind of video this is going to be like. So I'd really like to not hear from people today that old, oh, you're just hating on the game. Stop it. If something's bad, I'm going to say it's bad. If something's good, I'm going to say it's good. Today is bad, okay? And I'm showing you why, all right? Jesus, let's get into this. Right, before we properly start this, I've just woken up and listened to what you're about to hear, and while I stand by all of it, I want you to remember it was in the moment, and my complaints are about this one specific mode. I've heard the rest of the update is very, very good, so let's not make this too negative. Let's just keep that in mind. I have also heard some people say that Combined Arms is fun for them, and I'm happy for them, and that's great. Maybe it's just, well, it's not just me. I've seen lots of people say it's trash, actually, as well. But, yeah, I just want you to keep in mind, I'm not just, destroying the game. It's one mode. I don't think it's very good. You're gonna see why, but the rest of the patch is supposed to be great, so that's awesome. Yeah, let's just be fair about it. It was in the moment, I was very disappointed, and I let it show, but I'm not gonna, now fake my actual reaction. I'm gonna keep it up. You could, of course, disagree or agree. Okay, let's get to it. Enjoy. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the video. I'm GetGoodGuy. This is not a scripted video or anything like that today. I'm just sitting down with my feet up, a few tears in my eyes, and you're going to find out why. I've got my bullet points written down of what I'm going to talk about, but basically, I'm just going to freeball this, just off the top of the dome. I'm going to just say what comes to mind. Now, the latest update to Battlefield 5 brings with it Combined Arms, which is a co-op mode. You or you and your friends can play against AI enemies. So I decided to jump in and just see what it was like. And I was not impressed. The actual intention of this was I was going to explain what Combined Arms is, if there are rewards for it, etc, etc. But that's just gone. I'm not going to properly do that today. Instead, I'm going to just tell you what my experience was and tell you that if you want to play this for a laugh, then go for it. If you want to play this for a polished experience, that's not what most of you are going to get. It is appallingly bad, in my opinion, and I wish the developers had had longer to work on it if they were going to put it in the game. So I got in there, just me, I didn't have any friends on, and I couldn't actually find a way to matchmake with other people. I put it on easy because I was just seeing, what it was. I didn't want to play seriously. And to begin with, I just went full on Rambo mode, just going out there, shooting people, just, trying to have a good time, see what the whole thing's about. And I will say that it is ridiculously easy on easy, as you would expect. That's not a complaint, I'm just letting you know. It's not a challenge, but then there is medium and hard difficulty to come, so I'm sure that will be much more difficult. But as easy as it was, I was disappointed that the enemies seemed to randomly turn around and come and get me when I flanked them. I gave them no reason to know where I was, and yet this guy here, as you see, turned round and ran at me. I really dislike that kind of omnipotent AI. It just ruins the immersion for me and the entire experience. And this theme continued as I was playing. People just seemed to know where I was a lot of the time. I don't know, some of them missed me really simply, and others knew where I was inside a building without having seen me. And also there are artillery shells coming down, and they just seemed to land exactly where I was. I would, again, just go inside a building somewhere, and the shells would just land on me from across the map. And they just follow me around wherever I went. So that's really irritating, to be honest. This is on the first one, by the way. This is called Hit List, this mission. I think there are 8 missions, but this was on the first one. And yeah, so my screen was just shaking for a lot of the time I was playing because the artillery just going off constantly. I will say, though, the first thing that reduced me to tears, because there are a few things in this, the first thing that reduced me to tears was when I was just running up, just Rambo mode, going up to this vehicle, and with it moving this slowly, I thought I'd just run in front of it, maybe graze it, be alright. No, you die. You just straight up die if it hits you going at that speed. I just stared at the screen when this happened. I couldn't believe that was actually how this was programmed. I thought that might be altered for the Combined Arms mode, because look at how slow it's actually going right now. It's so stupid. And I will say that, that kind of issue aside, the whole thing just seemed really simple and tacked on. There hasn't been a whole lot of thought put into this. I know this is just one mission I'm highlighting here, but from what I've heard, the others are similar in that you basically just get a section of the multiplayer map, and they give you some fairly simplistic mission to do, and you just do that. There's no care or love put into it from what I can tell. It's just, here's a part of the map, here's something basic to do, go and do it, finished. That's it. I know this isn't the story mode aspect of the game, but is that really all we're going to get out of this? This mode's going to get barely anyone playing it. Honestly, this will have barely anyone playing it unless they're trying to get company coins from it. At least in my opinion. But anyway, a little bit later on, I came up to this point where I had to kill the last of the 3 targets for this mission, and mean, just, oh, dude, when this happened, I cried. I cried my eyes out when I was just walking around this guy, because I just used up all my ammo. It's on easy. I started just meleeing people. I was just trying to, oh my god, walking up to this guy to melee him, and I realized that even though he's holding a weapon, he wouldn't shoot me, and he seemed to have no idea that I was next to him. Or maybe he did because he was moving away, but his animations made it seem like he didn't know I was there. It was goddamn hilarious to me. I don't know if this happens on medium and hard difficulty, because there was no way I was going to go and find out and play this anymore, but on easy, this is a joke. I don't care what difficulty it's on. You can't break my immersion with this happening. I mean, seriously, that's ridiculous. But moving on, I also didn't like that the map just had ridiculous restrictions on it in terms of where you could go. It's treated like a multiplayer map, so you can't go outside of the designated areas you're given, and they're just stupid. They just limit your paths, limit your ways to complete things, cut off areas that seemingly just shouldn't be cut off. There's no reason why you can't go in them from what I can tell. And then even this happened at the end where I'm running towards the final part, and I just cross out of the play zone apparently, just running to where it's telling me to go. Like, what? Why? Why can't I run across that bit? It's just dumb. Like, it's just genuinely stupid. So then anyway, it got to this point and it told me to set up for, you know, the enemies that were going to come and get me. So I was like, oh, okay, I guess I need to build fortifications. Well, that was difficult because the game, when I pressed the button to build fortifications, couldn't decide if I was trying to build fortifications or if I was trying to repair a vehicle. So a lot of the time when I was trying to build fortifications, remember I'm playing on my own, so there's not much I can build here in this space of time. It just didn't want to do it. So again, I was just shaking my head at this point, like, how poor is this going to end up being? But it got worse. At this point, the enemies just flooded in from seemingly everywhere. They just suddenly were all over the place. And my effort levels just died. I was like, oh, okay, this is just fine. I'm going to just shoot a few people and get taken down. But that's when I realized again, I was being bombarded by artillery. And or the area that we're all in is being smashed up by a tank and just all sorts of explosions. In this area, where I am the one enemy, and it is flooded with what are for them friendly allies, they were just bombing it, which is ridiculous again. Like, my immersion just shot to pieces, but it seemingly didn't matter because from what I could tell, the artillery bombardment didn't hurt the enemies. They could just run around in the bombardment while I couldn't, because logic, right? Oh, and I do just want to make the point actually, just as a side issue, having come back from Apex Legends to play Battlefield, the mantling in this game, even with the recent improvements, is poor. I've got so used to mantling in Apex Legends and it's so easy to do. On this game, I can't get it to work. It's insane. Anyway, back to the point at hand. Bombardment's coming down. Eventually it kills me. Fine. I was like, cool, it's done. I have to make a video on this now. Right, nice. But it carried on, because you're supposed to get company coins when you complete these missions. 500 for easy, 1,000 for medium, 1,500 for hard. But when I got to the end screen, it said it couldn't fetch my report. So I got nothing. So the company coin issue is back, just in a different way. Now I do know that the devs are aware of this and are working on it, but I just can't believe this is happening again. Like, I can't believe it. I'm not blaming any individual person, I'm not bashing the devs, I'm just saying that this whole thing with Battlefield 5 right now is ridiculous. It's just one thing after another. We really need things to get turned around. I want this game to do well, but we can't keep having these ridiculous problems. This couldn't not be a negative video. It's not possible. But then I found one more thing. So I went back to the combined arms screen, and even though I had just clearly died right at the end of that mission, it said I had completed it on easy, which meant I was supposed to get my 500 coins, which I didn't get, but regardless, I died there at the end and completed it. I don't understand. Is that what was supposed to happen? Because if it was, it wasn't made clear to me. I really don't understand how that could possibly be the case. I just don't understand what's going on. So there was no way I was going to jump straight back into play more after that experience, so it's now up to you guys. If you want to, go out there, play the other missions, play the other difficulties, let me know what the differences are. Is the AI better? Is it more annoying? What happens, etc.? Are some of the other missions more complex? I hope so, because this one was literally just go and kill 3 dudes, and then go to an end place and defend yourself, and report back to me. Let me know what issues you had, let me know if you found it to be good, just let me know your thoughts. And I'd love to hear about more funny things that happened, because this was just me playing on my own on one occasion, and all of that happened. So I'm sure some of you are going to find some stuff. Regardless, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, feel free to like, subscribe, turn on notifications, and join my Discord server in the description and my pinned comment. Here's the Board of Awesome for the epic people who support the channel on Patreon. They're all absolute heroes. I love them all deeply and often. If you want to join them on the Board of Awesome, the link to the Patreon page is in the description and my pinned comment. And with that all said, I'm GetGoodGuy, and I'll see you next time. Laters.